What, we're live right now? Alright everybody, welcome back to the Tacomaholic channel. Today we will be doing the next mini mod video, so if you have not seen any of these before, I like to do them. They're a lot of fun. I'll be covering 4 or 5, maybe even 6 small mini mods today, where they're a bunch of fun mods, relatively inexpensive, but not quite big enough to warrant their own video. So let's dive right in with the first mod. As always, anything discussed in this video that I bought for the truck, whether it's a mod or a mod accessory, there will be links down in the description below showing you where you can get the exact same product. Alright everybody, so for any of you who watched my how to do an oil change video, you see here that I did add one of the Fumoto drain valves, which I do love. What I ended up doing up today, though, what I'm going to talk about for this video is I did add this small nipple to the bottom because this is just open, and I figured it'd be a good idea to have one of these on there, especially during the winter time, to keep all of the road salt and everything else from getting up in here and causing any kind of corrosion. Fumoto does make these. I did not see a way to buy this piece separately, and my Fumoto unit did not come with one. So all I did, I went over to Home Depot and got, these are 3 packs. You can see there, it fits a 3/8 screw. It's actually just called a screw protector, and I just slid that right over the top. I think this bag of 3 was less than $1, so I've got 2 spares in case this one ever fails. I will mention, if you do go ahead and get the same exact one I did, it is pretty tight. It does fit the 3/8, but I stuck a sort of a fat pen head in there just to sort of stretch it out, and then when I was installing it, just sort of rotated around the edge until it slides on there so it's nice and snug. And next up on the list, you see here I have my high lift jack. When I bought my high lift jack, the handle here, the opening down here at the bottom of the handle is completely open to the elements, meaning it's pretty much just a long hollow cylinder that you use to operate the high lift jack. I didn't really like that because I didn't want any kind of rainwater to get in there. Very similar to what I did with the Fumoto valve. This is just a rubber stopper used to put on the bottom of a kitchen chair or something like that. So I don't remember the exact measurement for this diameter, but I will put a link in the description where you can get something similar. The one I got originally, it was white, so I just hit it with some nice paint to make it blend in nice and good. And for the next few things I'll be talking about, I did get a few of the Salix brand interior organizers, which when you hear about them for the first time, you probably think I probably don't really need those, but if you see them in person and see how practical they are, I highly recommend them. They're awesome to have. So the first one I got right here, you can see, is the glove box organizer for the 2005 to 2015 Tacoma. I don't really have it filled up yet, but as you can see, the top part you can put all your manuals, your insurance, registration, all that stuff. I just have a microfiber cloth on the other side, but you can see I still have plenty of room for other stuff, sunglasses, all that fun stuff. And you can sort of customize this how you want, so you can add or subtract any of these vertical panels if you have something bigger that you would like to put in there. And the second Salix mod you can see right here is the center organizer for the center console. It goes right there across the middle. Super convenient. You can put whatever you want in there. And just in case you're wondering, it is compatible with the gridded organizer I have at the top. Obviously you can't have anything like if my flashlight was sticking just a little over to the left, that would hit this on the bottom. So you do have to get a little strategic with how you position the stuff on the top, but they do work together. Salix does also make a middle for the bottom organizer that compartmentalizes this, similar to the glove box, that does work with the top tray. I didn't go with that because, I don't know, maybe in the future, but I didn't go with that one for the time being. However, I would like to mention that all of the Salix stuff as of today, which is January 19th, 2018, everything you get Salix related on Amazon is 20% off, and that discount is applied once your stuff is in the cart. So 20% off, pretty sweet deal. This stuff's not too expensive, so go ahead and check out those. Again, links down in the description. And another fun setup I have here in the interior of the truck and strapped to the back of my driver's side seat. The actual seat attachment is from one Tigris, flexible mole panel that you can use to attach all kinds of stuff, as you can see right here. Yes, I know, and I was going back and forth about a guy on Instagram about this, but I do have a few mole pouches I installed. They are empty for the time being. I will, of course, fill them up with useful gear in the near future. But I did go ahead and get one of these horizontal pouches, and these vertical ones down to the bottom are sold as pairs. And then I also went ahead and got some of these small D-ring clips So really, the sky's the limit as far as how customizable this thing is. You can see I've got my little trail hatchet there, got a little machete on the side. I'll probably mount some kind of flashlight here in the middle. So this stuff is super cool. And again, the seat back, it just straps around the bottom of the headrest right there. And then you can see here on the bottom, and get on the other side, probably better to see, it literally just straps right around the bottom of the front of the seat. You can tighten it as much as you want. Looks pretty cool. They do come in a variety of colors. I'm just going with the nice charcoal black right here. Definitely increases the function and practicality of the interior storage for your Tacoma. Again, links for all this stuff down in the description below. And here at the top of the truck, I do have a pair of the Maxa Escaper Buddy recovery boards. I think these are a very cost-effective solution to the brand name Max Tracks and all those things that are, looks like they're about $300 to $400, which is kind of crazy. These aren't cheap, but they are certainly much cheaper than that. I encourage you to check those out. For the time being, I do just have these mounted to the top of my Voodoo rack and then locked down. You can see I'm probably going to switch these from a horizontal orientation to more vertical. As you can see, water gets in there and it sort of traps and sloshes around. Sort of getting tired of seeing the water flop all over the place. So what I'm thinking about doing is making some kind of homemade mount for the Escaper Buddies here on the inside of my Voodoo panel. So might do a separate video on that, seeing what I can fashion up, but for the time being, just mounted right here on top. And last but certainly not least, I finally mounted my power tray that will hold my S-Pod unit. S-Pod's going to go right here, and it does have a separate cutout if I want to add one of those Blue Sea fuse boxes in the future. Super easy install, and in theory and on paper, if you have larger hands, this might be sort of an issue sort of getting under here if you don't have the proper socket wrench attachments, because it's just 2 bolts on this side. The arm here bolts underneath, and then it bolts down there where you see the diff breather to the fender well. But I love this. It is aluminum, so it's completely weatherproof. Again, I'd like to thank Maverick from Power Trays for getting this out to me super quick. And you may be wondering, so I have my power tray that will be holding the S-Pod mounted. What does that mean as far as the S-Pod goes? Well, tomorrow it is supposed to be about 55 degrees and sunny here in Northern Virginia, so I'm going to plan for an S-Pod install tomorrow. Of course, I will be doing a video on that. And then follow up, because I already have 3, 4, maybe even 5 lighting things to wire up to the S-Pod. So super pumped to finally get to that. I know it's taken forever, but better late than never. Alright everyone, that does it for this video. If you found it helpful and if you like some of the mods and little things I went over today, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thumbs up and likes on the video are always appreciated. And go ahead and hit that bell notification so you are notified every time I upload, which is twice a week guaranteed. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.